Internal capsule. The internal capsule is a deep subcortical structure that contains a concentration of white matter projection fibers. These fibers form the corona radiata. Anatomically, this is an important area because of the high concentration of both motor and sensory projection fibers. These fibers are mainly responsible for the sensory and motor innervation of the opposite half of the body. Because of high concentration of motor and sensory nerve fibers within the internal capsule, even a small lesion may produce a widespread paralytic effects and sensory loss in the opposite half of the body. Gross anatomy. The internal capsule appears as a V-shaped compact bundle of white fibers with its concavity directed laterally and is made up of 5 parts. These are the anterior limb, Genu, posterior limb, Retrolentiform, and Sublentiform parts of the internal capsule. Anterior limb. It lies between the head of the caudate nucleus medially and the lentiform nucleus laterally, contains the anterior thalamic radiation and frontopontine fibers which arise from the cortex in the frontal lobe where they synapse with cells of the pontine nuclei. Anterior thalamic radiations interconnect the medial and anterior thalamic nuclei and various hypothalamic nuclei and limbic structures with the frontal cortex. Genu. It lies medial to the apex of the lentiform nucleus and contains corticonuclear fibers, previously called corticobulbar fibers, which are derived mainly from area 4 and terminate mostly in the contralateral motor nuclei of cranial nerves. Anterior fibers of the superior thalamic radiation between the thalamus and cortex also extend into the genu. Posterior limb. It lies between the thalamus medially and the lentiform nucleus laterally and contains corticospinal fibers lying in the anterior 2/3 of the posterior limb. The fibers concerned with the upper limb are anterior. More posterior regions contain fibers representing the trunk and lower limbs. Other descending axons include frontopontine fibers, particularly from areas 4 and 6, and cortico-rubral fibers, which connect the frontal lobe to the red nucleus. Most of the posterior limb also contains fibers of the superior thalamic radiation, also known as somaesthetic radiation, ascending to the post-central gyrus, the middle thalamic radiation, which contains somatosensory fibers from the ventral posterior thalamic nucleus. Retrolenticular part, it lies behind the lentiform nucleus. The retrolenticular part of the internal capsule contains parietopontine, occipitopontine, and occipitotectile fibers. It also includes the posterior thalamic radiation and optic radiation and interconnections between the optical and parietal lobes and caudal parts of the thalamus, especially the pulvinar. Sublentiform part. It lies below the lentiform nucleus. The sublenticular part of the internal capsule contains temporopontine and some parietopontine fibers. The acoustic or auditory radiation from the medial geniculate body to the superior temporal gyri, areas 41 and 42, and a few fibers that connect the thalamus with the temporal lobe and insula. Blood supply. The blood supply of the internal capsule is variable, but is commonly from small perforating branches of the middle cerebral artery and anterior cerebral artery. Medial and lateral striate branches of the middle cerebral artery. One of the lateral striate branches is larger and more frequently ruptured. It is often termed Charcot's artery of cerebral hemorrhage. It enters through the anterior perforated substance and supplies the posterior limb of the internal capsule. Striate branches of anterior cerebral artery. One of these branches is larger and takes a recurrent course. It is termed recurrent artery of Hübner. It arises just proximal to the anterior communicating artery, runs superior to the optic chiasma, and penetrates the anterior perforated substance to supply the genu and anterior limb of the internal capsule. Central branches of the anterior choroidal artery supply the sublentiform part. Some direct branches from the internal carotid artery supply the genu. Central branches of the posterior communicating artery, posterolateral central branches of the posterior cerebral artery supply the retrolentiform and sublentiform parts of the internal capsule. Clinical correlation. Damage to the internal capsule due to hemorrhage or infarction leads to loss of sensations and spastic paralysis of the opposite half of the body, known as contralateral hemiplegia. The hemorrhage commonly occurs due to rupture of artery of cerebral hemorrhage, also called Charcot's artery of cerebral hemorrhage, which supplies the posterior limb of the internal capsule. The spastic paralysis of the opposite half of the body occurs due to the involvement of the pyramidal and extrapyramidal fibers for the upper limb, trunk, and lower limb. Rupture of Charcot's artery of cerebral hemorrhage is the most common cause of hemiplegia. Involvement of recurrent artery of Hübner due to thrombosis or rupture results in paralysis of the face and upper limb on the opposite side because of the involvement of corticonuclear fibers in genu and adjacent pyramidal fibers in the posterior limb for the upper limb. Lesions of the posterior 1/3 of the posterior limb and sublentiform and retrolentiform parts of the internal capsule lead to visual or hemanopia and auditory or loss of hearing defects. These lesions usually occur due to thrombosis of the anterior choroidal artery